You got to listen to this because it's very clear that the courts, the judges in Pueblo, Colorado, the DA's office, and the law enforcement don't even know what a proper arrest warrant is. And you cannot arrest a person. This is the law, state and federal law. You cannot arrest a person until the arrest warrant order, it has to be in order, is filed on record and it's available to the public. That is the law. You cannot arrest somebody until the order is public. Listen to this.
My supervisor's coming up. She's going to explain, though, how the warrant stuff works now. It's all electronics, so.
Yeah.
Did you need
Yeah, would I be able to borrow your stapler? I just want to make sure I put everything back.
stapler?
No, just the stapler.
Just the stapler.
Yeah.
You bet. Hey, Leah. Okay, good. This gentleman would like a signed copy of the warrant. Okay. And I explained that it's in the computer. I don't have access to it. I can't get it. I did find the complaint information that there is probable cause for issuance of an arrest warrant that Judge Krockenberger did sign. Okay. So we don't print warrants. We don't print copies of warrants. It's all done electronically. So I can't print one out for you and sign it because it's to law enforcement. It's given to them electronically. So
why is the individual not allowed a copy of their arrest warrant?
Because it's done electronically. It's not done by paper.
So it could be falsified then.
Well, she can get a copy of her background or her rap. She can take steps to legally get what's on her record through the different agencies out there.
We
and
need
to
a
see
copy
if
of the arrest warrant for this particular case.
Okay, I
That
understand
is signed
that.
by the judge.
The arrest
The
warrant is
judge
not
has to
signed.
sign the arrest warrant, doesn't he?
He signs. So
Isn't
what
that still
happens?
law?
So what happens is an affidavit is filed,
Right.
and on the back of the affidavit, there's a section for like probable cause, and the judge will issue an order saying I found probable cause or I didn't, and then he's going to set bond or he's not going to set bond, and then the clerk does it electronically and issues the warrant that speaks to the different databases, law enforcement, and it's all done electronically. We don't enter the warrant, print
Doesn't the
it.
judge have to sign it?
No.
I'm signing this. This is a warrant for your arrest.
So it's not the actual, so what it is it's based on the affidavit. It's like an order that he signs, which the order
Where's
allows
the
the
order?
warrant to go out. Well, this is what he signed in this case. He signed the order based on the information.
Read what you wrote right there for me, please.
You can read it.
No.
It's probable cause and the bond amount.
Okay, probable cause.
He found probable cause.
He found probable.
Yes.
It didn't say he issued a warrant for the arrest.
It
I
did.
found probable cause for the warrant, but
No,
let's get
he
the warrant
said
made up.
probable cause found for issuance of an arrest warrant.
Okay.
So that means, based on what the officers put in the affidavit, the judge found that it was, if this is what happened, there's probable cause to arrest this person, so I'm going to issue a warrant.
Well, where's the warrant?
It's,
Where is
it's
it
in the
issued?
system. It's issued in the
Then
system.
give me a copy of it.
I'm not going to do that, sir,
Why can't you?
because we do it electronically.
The electronics can print off things. Why can't you print me a copy?
That is not our practice. We don't print copies of warrants.
Again, we have a
I
right.
get it. I get what you're saying, and this.
That's probable cause. That's not the warrant. I need a copy of the warrant, the actual warrant for the arrest.
I don't understand why you need that, because this here
Because there
says.
is not one, is there? Can you show
Well,
me
let's see.
Can you show it to me on the screen?
No,
Where he-
absolutely
No,
not.
exactly. There is no warrant.
So go to the event.
She was picked up without a warrant, and she's being held in jail since January 11th without a warrant for her arrest.
So a warrant went out because she failed to appear January 7th.
Where is her warrant for the first one on 15 CR? November 4th, she went to court. She was arrested already in November 4th. Where's the first arrest warrant?
So go
Not
back
the one for missing court.
Okay, so go to events. And go down. Again.
Thank you.
Keep going.
I did, yes, thank you for sure.
Thank you. Okay, so here's where let me explain to you what happened, because I get where you're coming from, because you're not. You know that two warrants an issue. I feel like I get that part of it. Here's what happens. Law enforcement or the district attorney's office, they can file a case against somebody based on information, give it to them.
Right.
Whether it's 3 weeks from now or right on the spot, they pull you over. So when this case started, when this case was initiated, when she made contact with law enforcement, it was on, and there's two ways a new case can be created. It's a warrant or a summons. We're going to summons you to court, like a ticket, like a driving violation. This particular case was opened based on a warrant. So an affidavit was prepared. An affidavit was reviewed by a judge. The judge said, based on this information, I believe that the charges are accurate and I found probable cause, so I'm going to issue a warrant and we're going to create this case. So when she was first arrested, that's how the case was even created. That's how she was brought to court, by a warrant. So you're right.
I'm just asking for the warrant.
So the warrant happens in the system. And all that I can tell you is the only thing you have access to.
We need a copy of that warrant that's in the system. Just because it's in the system does not mean that it was done legally or fairly. We need a paper copy.
Did she ever get a copy of the affidavit?
I've had a copy of the affidavit. That's not a copy of the warrant.
But, so I think, okay.
There should be a warrant. There should be a signed warrant by the judge. I'm issuing a warrant for this person's arrest. Not probable cause, just because there's probable cause doesn't mean the judge issued a warrant. Right?
It does. So
you
when
can
their
issue
order
a probable
says,
cause, but we're going to put out a warrant, but we're not going to write the warrant up.
so here's where the disconnect is happening. When the judge reviews an affidavit, which is provided by law enforcement, and they find probable cause, they issue a warrant. They issue an order that tells the court to issue a warrant. So the judge doesn't go in the system and issue the warrant, or the clerk doesn't print it out and then the judge sign a warrant. The judge signs an order that either grants or denies, finds probable cause or doesn't, and issues a warrant based on that.
Well, where's the warrant? I'd like to see the warrant.
Let me finish telling you so you can get the whole situation, the whole story, okay? So based on that order, the clerk will take that order and they will issue the warrant electronically. So then that warrant is active in all law enforcement database. It goes active, but it's not ever printed because this order says that warrant can issue.
Again, where's the warrant?
So we don't print warrants. The best that I can tell you, because we can go around, I get where you're coming from. I get that you want to see the actual warrant
I want to see the actual physical evidence.
We just don't print that.
Well, where's the physical evidence of a warrant?
So the order.
That's an order. That's not the warrant.
And it's electronically done.
Again, you can print off
you know
your
what I can tell you? What I will have you do? You may write a motion to release a copy of the electronic warrant to the judge and let the judge decide if he's willing to give that to you or not. Because that is not something we generate. That is not a process we have. We don't have the warrant in a paper form. We don't have it paper form. It used to be that way back when, but that doesn't happen now. It's electronically done. So we don't. That's not a process we have.
So that's a violation of our rights.
It isn't, because these orders.
I have a right to see the warrant when I get arrested.
I understand that.
Right?
And if
don't I have that right as an individual within the Constitution of the United States to see the warrant and the charges against me when I get arrested?
So that's teetering on me giving you legal advice. I'm not going to talk to you about the law. If you want to find that out, you can see an attorney. I definitely get where you're coming from. This order holds up in the court of law saying a warrant issued, and this